approve 133, 2016.
Is there a second?
Sure. I'll second.
Amy?
Mr. Tompkins?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Resolution number 134-2016, I requested that Ms. Trueblood pull also. If no other council member has any questions.
Oh, okay.
Is there a motion?
I move to approve 134, 2016.
I'll second.
Amy?
Mr. Cartier?
Yes.
Mr. Tompkins?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Abstain?
Did you abstain on the way?
Okay, so just let the record reflect your votes abstain
No, you didn't.
on
132?
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Just make a statement now.
Just for the record, Jason Allen, council member number 132-2016 and number 134-2016, abstained. Resolution number 135-2016.
No, it wasn't pulled. That was part
That
of
was already pulled. That was already
Oh,
pulled.
okay.
Number 3.
Jack, you requested to pull under new business, number 3, various departments.
Yeah, the GPS. I can understand the GPS in our police cars. I know they're normally equipped with that. But I don't think we have 79 police cars. Can you give me an idea of what other vehicles these things are going into?
They're in all of our DPW vehicles, our code enforcement, our construction official, all of our vehicles, short of we don't have it in the loader, the grader, some of the heavy equipment. But generally, all of our vehicles, our dump trucks, they're all.
Even the dump trucks have
Even
GPS?
the dump trucks all have the GPS. And actually, that came in handy on one occasion.
Were the one got tipped over?
Well, no, that was another occasion, but I don't know if I should go into that at this point.
No.
It's a personnel matter.
Okay. That's the only question I had.
Would
I
you
make a
like-
motion to approve it.
Is there a second?
Second.
Amy, please pull the council.
Mr. Tompkins?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. New business B, discussion and possible appointment by resolution of a member of the Municipal Utilities Authority to fill an unexpired term. Council, unfortunately, one of the MUA members recently passed away, Mr. Elmer D'Imperio, so this position must be filled. My understanding is we received only one letter of interest from a Miss Tanya Costley-Stilts.
I was in contact with Sherry Scall last night. She told me she was interested.
Did she file a letter of interest?
I don't know. Amy, did you get one?
I forwarded to council anything I received, which was only Mrs.
Like I said, I talked to her last night, so I don't know if she
And
sent it.
something was put up on the township website on Friday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Council, how would you like to move on this?
Question. Currently, there's 2 alternates there, correct? Do we know who those alternates are?
I know of one, which would be Tom Cathers.
Tom?
Are you sure there's not only one alternate?
No, there's 2 alternates.
There's 2.
There's two.
One's Tom.
Because traditionally, the alternates are moved up into the permanent positions.
And then the new candidate could be an alternate.
Right.
Oh.
Deacon Bailey, do you know who the
perfect.
Yeah, do you know who the alternate is?
Ask him to come forward.
Please come forward. he said he doesn't know.
If you give me a minute, I could probably go look in my office.
That
We'll
work?
take like a 5-minute break to give me a chance to go look.
Council, we will,
Kara C. Schneer.
oh,
Sure.
Commissioner,
She's alternate number 1.
yes.
So, I mean, that's traditional. I mean, they served their time on the board.
So what are you saying, that an alternate member would move into a full term member, and whoever gets appointed will be the alternate?
Yes.
What if she doesn't want to be?
Well, that's the question.
I say we table this until the next meeting.
I'm sorry?
I would like to table this until the next meeting.
I can reach out to the MUA and have them ask Ms. Schnorr
If she wants to.
to reach out to her to see if she wants to move up to the permanent
How long
position.
is the term?
Well, this term is
Unexpired.
to 2019.
2019.
Oh, so it's a pretty big, yeah, it's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah, there's
But
no
if she doesn't
effect
want it-
if we table it for one meeting.
but
I mean,
didn't we-
it's not gonna...
That's fine.
Didn't we appoint somebody before on just a verbal, I'm interested, and didn't have a letter from that individual?
No, I think we
No.
had a
Who
letter.
was that?
I don't think Mr. Bailey had a letter.
Oh,
Mr.
is that not here?
Deacon Bailey was already on the
Deacon
MUA.
Bailey.
Yeah,
was
but his
already
was a
on.
reappointment.
Yeah. He's been on the MUA for a few years now.
I know we just had one recently because I was nominating Sherry for it. and
That was
she did.
when
Mr.
that
Cathers.
was Mr. Cathers
But
expressed
I
interest.
did receive a letter from him.
I know you got a letter from Tom. I saw it.
Well, that's who was appointed.
Council, so it sounds like we will table this until the next meeting?
And we're tabling it not because we don't want Ms. Costley, but to make sure that the alternate now does not want to move up.
I have
Am
no
I correct?
problem either way. I mean, we
Okay.
can just go ahead and appoint Ms. Costley to the position.
I agree.
Did any of the alternates submit
No,
ready?
good point.
The only,
That's a good point.
the only letter of interest I received was from Ms. Costley.
It's
We should
true.
move
So,
forward.
you know,
And
you
we
have
should
a
move
letter of
forward.
interest.
I have no problem with Ms. Costley. I was just exploring all options.
Council, so would we like to put on a resolution to approve Tanya Stilts?
Sure, I'll make a
Yes.
motion.
I don't think you have to add it because it's not
I
even part of
second the
that.
motion.
It says possible, but you just need a number for it.
Okay. it will be-
136?
Yes, 136-2016.
And I'll make, you want to make the motion now, Jay? I'll make the motion to approve Resolution 136, 2016 for the MUA appointment of Ms. Tanya Costley Stilts.
Second.
Amy?
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes.
Ms. Trueblood?
Yes.
Mr. Tompkins?
No.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Reports and communications filed with the clerk. Council, is there any discussion on the engineer report that we received? Hearing no discussion, moving on. The bill list.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve the...
I have some questions on a few items, Jason.
Okay.
Just give us pages.
Page 5. Bottom of the page. Fire department. Emergency services marketing. What is the marketing? We running ads?
Says renewal IAR.
Chief raised his hand.
Council President, you have the fire chief here who
He's
is
raising
willing
his
to
hand.
answer that question if you'd like.
Chief?
probably this. Probably some organization.
Just marketing, is that what it is, Tom?
Craig, it says emergency services
So I am
marketing.
responding.
Renewal IAR.
Okay, that's our paging system for our telephones.
Okay.
It's a renewal.
Chief, you might as well hang on there for just a second, if you don't mind. The next line item was fire advertising, custom EMS budget pack.
Oh, that was for EMS week. We had a public event that everybody was invited to on the 17th of May. Was
I remember.
National EMS Week. So it was the advertising.
And the next couple things is, I guess, PPE, repair our coats and jackets. And
Yeah, we do an inspection
Okay.
monthly of our personal protective equipment. When we find deficiencies in there, we correct them.
Cool. Okay, that's,
Any other questions for the fire department?
no, that's it.
I'm here to help you out at any time.
I know that.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
Next two I had questions on, or I'm kind of concerned about. We're going to have to pay it, but I'm still concerned, is on page 13. At the very top section, just a little bit more than halfway down, Trenton Road, it's $143.11. Is that a building on Trenton Road, or is that streetlights, or? I'm thinking it's a building, because later down on here, it says street lighting Trenton Road for $96.
Probably the well.
Oh, maybe the well, yeah, maybe so.
It's an electric bill, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. It would either be the well on Trenton Road or certain street lighting that we pay for.
Okay. My issue is, I've said it many times, and I'm going to say it again tonight. I was downtown last night, corner of Trenton and Broadway, all the way down to the fire department. On that side of the road, the lights have been out for almost 3 weeks now. It seems to be an ongoing problem with our streetlights downtown where they're not lit. Yet we're still paying electric bills for these lights.
Are you talking about the
Well, no.
ornamental lights or
Huh?
the lights that are up on
The
the
ornamental.
utility poles? The ornamental lights, they only pay enough if they're lit.
Are they on a meter?
They would have
Yes,
to be.
all the ones that we own are on meters. Not all the theme lighting is owned by the township. Some of it is owned by the store owners and responsible for them. They're all individually metered, whether it's a section that we own or a section that the store owns. The meters are separated. We also pay for all the street lighting overhead, the
Mhm.
ones on the poles. But when you see street lighting on Trenton Road, it could be the theme lighting that we own, or it could be the overhead lighting.
Okay. What can we do to get where the ornamental lighting is always on then, instead of off, on, off, on?
We do pass this on to Public Works, and if it's store owners, we get the message out to them. If it's ours, we go out and check the timers to see that the timers are, because they're all on timers. But short of having nighttime employees,
We do have nighttime
We
employees.
do.
We have police
I
department.
know we do, and I can ask them to do something, but I don't know that I'll get them to notice us whenever streetlights are out. But I will pass that on.
Well, you would
to the
think that
police.
streetlights would be in the public safety concern.
I would think.
So maybe the police would be interested in whether they're lit or not.
We haven't heard from them that they were out, so
I can tell you I've been checking them for 3 weeks, and they've been out.
I'm not saying that they're not out, but you're saying that maybe the police would be concerned if they were out, and I'm telling you I haven't heard from the police that they were out, so maybe they're not. But I will ask the chief to have his officers try and report to us when they do notice sections of our lighting out so we can address it if we're not aware of it.
Okay. That's the only questions I have on the bill. I'll make a motion to approve unless somebody else has questions.
Is there a motion to approve the bill list? Oh,
I
I'm sorry.
motion to approve the bill list.
Jack motioned already.
Is it, no,
Need a
Ms.
second.
Jubal, you seconded?
Yes.
Amy, please poll the council.
Mr. Tompkins?
Yes.
Mr. Flood?
Yes.
Mr. Cartier?
Yes, with the exception of any bills related to the fire department.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Before we move forward, council would we're going to take a brief 5-minute recess.
Not 1 minute, maybe.
1 minute recess?
Okay, we're good.
Okay. We're back.
Thank you.
Solicitor, Mr. Barrett, do you have any comments?
I have nothing for the public tonight, Council President.
Mayor?
Well, I just want to say that I'm not disappointed in our Memorial Day, lack of Memorial Day event, because I know the stress that went on that day with the individuals that made a decision not to move forward with the event. I just am saddened that all the hard work that I know that the team that was putting this thing together, and I know they worked. They were here. Jack you were here. It was so much that went into this, and I know I've done it for many years, and they were ready for this. They were ready to go. But all the experts, all the professionals that we rely on for things like this, they get paid to tell us when danger's ahead. Once again, we're wrong, unfortunately, and it's crazy because it's a job that you don't have to be right. You can flip a coin. It may rain, may not. But they said 100% chance of rain and 2 to 4 inches, with thunderstorms potential. I mean, these were serious threats, and there was a lot of consideration for safety that went into that decision. And I do feel bad for all the individuals that were planning this stage, and our employees. I can tell you, our employees did a lot of work to make that facility ready, and they were ready to do what they do best, and that's present us with a proper facility for an event. So, and the new sidewalk is in. For the record, the new sidewalk is in. I know Rudy's not here, but we did get the sidewalk
He was a little
in.
excited.
I gotta
very
believe he
excited.
was, because I've heard about this sidewalk for some time, and when I asked Public Works to do this at the last minute, they stepped right up and did it. It was no problem. We'll take care of it, and they did it because, you know, they understand that, you know, what our veterans have done for us. On a lighter note, I attended a memorial service that the high school held, and I got to say it was probably one of the best ones I've attended now in the many years that they've been doing this. It was a really good event. It was very well planned, and the speakers were phenomenal. They did a great job and honoring our vets, and it's so good to see the students actually come out and take pride in this, and they're serious. They really are. And our junior ROTC was out there in force. If you see all these kids out there in their uniforms, you know, the discipline that they portray, you know, it's great stuff. So that was another event. But on our road program, I do want to report that we should be finishing up on Hunter Boulevard. That was a very long road, and the crew's been over milling Ridgeview, so they're on Ridgeview working on that. We do have work going on in the Bayberry Park on that grant. They've been disassembling that park with taking down the basketball courts and milling the asphalt over there, preparing that for its renovations under the grant that we got from the county. And the demo of the buildings that we bought on Juliustown Road is still going on. They're just about done, I believe, with Shapiro's, if they're not already. I haven't been up there today, so I don't know. They've got that one just about done, the old doctor's office, and ready to go on to Bill's Auto. And that's all I have at this time.
Dave, can I ask a question on the roads?
Sure.
I know it's probably not on the forecast, but I was wondering if we can have somebody take a look at it. Out in Presidential Lakes, if you have somebody go out there in the general area, I think it's Rhode Island and Washington Boulevard. There's like a tip of a triangle there.
I actually believe that is on this year's list.
I drove my very low to the ground car out there and thought I was going to bottom out.
I know there's some work in
20 miles.
Presidential Lakes this year, and I believe that Rhode Island and Washington's on.
Really, really bad.
Council comment?
Yeah, I would like to say a comment. I thank everyone for being here, but I wanted to say on what the mayor was saying about the ceremony. I attended a ceremony on Thursday at Pemberton High School. My granddaughter's a senior there, and and she's also ROTC. But I was just so impressed, and sometimes we take things we take it lightly of what these kids are doing, but to see so many family members in that auditorium supporting the ROT, and see Major Cook that I got to talk to, and Sergeant Gaskin, and to see the amount of students that are so well disciplined in the pride they take in their attire, that uniform they wear, and to also to see all the trophies that were displayed on the platform of the coming in third nationals and all. This is, out of every ROTC program, we got one of the finest, and that brought a lot of just to see this. I was overwhelmed. I really was, to see this. And not only that, my granddaughter's in it, but just to see all the cadets, how well they come together, and how as seniors now they're passing on to the new recruits coming in. I call it recruits because now the new ones will come in, and these two people that are responsible in overseeing this program, how they're moving it on, and the pride they take, because this is their cadets. So, and a couple of the seniors were also applauded for enlisting into, one was enlisting into the Army, my granddaughter herself into the Air Force, and to see the pride that they're going to move on, and I think they're just the discipline and the way, the character building up that they have as a team. So I just wanted to kudos to, and I told the sergeant and the major that, you know, it needs to be more looked upon. You know, that these services are amazing. That this program that's been in this high school. So thank you and have a good evening.
If I can, I agree, 100%. And with Dave's comments about the Memorial Day Parade, Tom Cathers kind of reached out to a bunch of us and told us that there was a lot of discussion on canceling the parade. To be honest, it had to have been a very tough decision, but I agreed with it. Looking at the weather forecast, I thought it was pretty much a no-brainer right decision to make. Unfortunately, you can never predict Mother Nature, and that's all I can say. I do know the VFW that was the lead on the parade. Those folks, like Dave said, did a phenomenal job. Tom Cathers, countless hundreds of hours coordinating. He just did a phenomenal job. I can't say enough good things. And it's funny because Tom and I were talking a few days beforehand, and he was mentioning, I think, the brochures that the school had done. And he was saying how professional the brochures were and some of the other things that the school done. And I've been involved with a couple other things that the school has been involved with. And we have some extremely talented young folks in our schools. I just can't. People say things about Pemberton this or Pemberton that and Pemberton schools. But I'll tell you, my daughter was educated in Pemberton. She went on to get a college degree. I was involved with her education and saw some of the talent that was involved with the school then, and I see it today, and I think it's only better today versus what it was before. There was a lot of effort put into that parade. Public Works as well. I made a comment at an earlier council meeting that I saw them out there in the rain working on it to get it ready. Just everyone really pulled together, and it was a good team effort. It's just too bad the payoff didn't happen because of the weather. The next thing I have, I'm going to take a little personally. I'm a little bit upset, and it's something the council might want to look at another agenda, and that would be signs, and specifically campaign signs. Gentleman I know is a prior military member. We belong to a couple organizations, and he is disabled, and he called me up and said, Jack, I want one of your campaign signs in my front yard. So I did that. I drove over, put the sign in his yard, and he called me up later on and said he wanted another sign, and I drove over and I personally put these signs in his yard. Last week, was it, Dave? The day I come in and complained? I get a phone call saying he got a violation from code enforcement for the signs being in his front yard. I put those signs there, and the justification was supposedly it was in the road right away. I put the signs in his front yard, but I did go out and I bought a laser rangefinder, so if I do put any more signs in somebody's yard, I'll know exactly how far away they are. That won't be a problem no more. But I also do notice that there's a lot of other signs around town. In a conversation, I guess it was verified when I put my signs out that the permit was verified, the locations were verified, everything seems to be above board. It looked like I had done what I should have done. But I do notice that there's a lot of other signs out there. I believe there was no permit done. I don't believe there was any verification or follow-up on that. And I kind of take offense to that. So either we're going to have an ordinance on the books that everyone plays by the same rules, or we're going to get rid of the ordinance, I think. But we really need to look at this.
Jack, I know it's your comments, but you just stated that there was no action taken on your complaint. And I take offense to that because immediately after you left, and I told you I would address that issue, I did passed that on to code enforcement and instructed them that if they're going to enforce the ordinances, which they're supposed to be doing, then they enforce all the ordinance to everyone equally. And I specifically gave them your complaint about the other individual signs so that they can look for violations. So there was action taken.
But you know, Dave, it didn't take anyone to complain to them about the sign putting in the individual's front yard. But for them to do any action on the other individual, I had to come in and physically complain about it. So I gotta throw the BS flag.
You might think that I'm out there checking these violations. I don't do that. I've got other things to do.
You're in charge of these. You're in charge of these divisions and sections. You're the boss.
And when I find
so
out
you're
there is
ultimately
a
responsible
issue,
for all their actions. Period.
And not, absolutely not.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
And you're not a very effective leader if you're not responsible for the people
Well,
that
that's
are
a matter
under you.
of opinion.
Please speak
Because
at one time.
if the employee does something that they're going to jail for, am I going to jail for that? Absolutely not. So come on, Jack, let's be real. You can't make a broad statement like that. When you brought the issue to my attention, I directed that issue where it needed to go. Whether something's been done or not, I haven't followed up on it because I just took care of this. I got to believe that they did what they were supposed to do. If they didn't do it before that, I don't know that they didn't. There's houses out there that aren't looking up the code. Do I know that they issued a violation? No.
Probably not. They're looking at campaign signs.
And that's possible, but I can tell you they should be looking at your competitor because that's where I directed them.
Well, I would think their priority would be the housing issues that we've been talking about.
And when I get complaints on housing, I direct them there also. So to imply, and that's what you were doing, implying that I am not doing nothing with these complaints is false. So you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You should be truthful.
That's all I have.
Ms. Jackson?
Yes. As far as the Memorial Day parade, this is kind of, I don't know. Is there a way that all that work that they did do, they can have a parade at another time? Does it have to be Memorial Day?
Next year.
Memorial Day,
Yeah,
yes.
it's next year. I talked to Dr.
when it
Kavanaugh.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he
Okay.
said
It was
that.
just a question. I know they put a lot of work into it, so. All right, second thing is I just would like everyone to keep our graduates in prayer. We have our graduation, I believe the 13th, Terry? The 13th. So let's just keep them all in prayer. And that is all that I have for this evening. Everyone be safe. Thank you for coming out.
Mr. Cartier?
I have no comments.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank those in attendance for coming out this evening. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you.